Hi, welcome back once again to my channel. Today I want to pick up from where I stopped the last time, which is developing life skills, the intersection between IQ, EQ, and SQ. But before I go into it, I want to just say thank you to every one person that has liked, subscribed, shared, and gotten this information into the hands of people that need it. In fact, I spoke to a colleague in the office and he was like, somebody was asking him about something around CV or LinkedIn, and he's like, see guy, go and watch Demola's videos. And I appreciate that kind of support. You know, people need to get to hear this and watch these videos and learn a lot from what I would call the pool of knowledge that I have and the experience that I think I have garnered over the years. So thank you so much. So if you're new to this channel is basically focused on helping people develop life skills in career, in their lives, and in their relationships. We're going to get into a whole lot more than we're currently talking about right now. But stay tuned and follow me on this journey. So today I'm talking quickly about developing life skills, and I'm following up on what I talked about the last time, which is the difference, the intersection between IQ, EQ, and SQ. But today I'm just going to be dropping two ideas or two thoughts in my mind about how to develop EQ and how to develop SQ. I might not be able to help you develop your IQ. There are a lot of materials out there that can help you with that. But for me, I'll focus on emotional intelligence and your social intelligence. We defined emotional intelligence last time as being able to understand yourself, being aware of your own situations, of how your emotions, your feelings, your moods affect that of other people, and managing yourself enough to only be a positive influence on other people. I would define social intelligence as being aware of your surroundings, right? And being able to relate with people across all the social strata that you are going to find in the world or in the society, meaning that you can interact easily with people of low esteem and can also interact easily with people on the high class or high society. Let me just use that for lack of a better word right now. So that means that you are able to move effortlessly across all the social levels and strata that you might find yourself. So let's go into it today, right? How do you develop emotional intelligence? So the first thing I talked about here, and it has always worked for me, is what we call introspection. Somebody's going to ask, what is introspection? Let me give you an example. I'm sure that you have had a time where you were in the bathroom having your bath and you had a flashback about an event that happened in the office or happened at home or happened in church or happened anywhere, and you were thinking about how you could have done what you did better, or how you did it so well that it was actually good, and you were like patting yourself on the back and saying, yes, I did a good job, I did a good one there. That is introspection. Introspection means that you are able to think again, regurgitate, ruminate, like what they call ruminant animals. They are able to bring back, chew the cord, they're able to bring back the food they have eaten and stored and now ruminate over it again. What that means is that you are able to think about previous situations, how you handle those situations, and whether you could have done it better, whether you could have done it in a different way. I'm sure every one of us have had those kind of experiences before in the past. I always have it. In fact, most times people ask you, why are you talking to yourself? It's because you are trying to introspect. You are trying to think again and talk. In fact, sometimes I say, no, you should have done it differently. That's not the best way to have done that, right? And I learned from that lesson. I learned how to behave. Sometimes when we have an argument in the house, and when I think back again and I look at it, I'm like, no, you could have done it differently. You could have not stepped out of the car. You could have not raised your voice. You could have not asked that question the way you asked it. And that way you are being able to now do what we call self-regulation. Remember in the previous video, self-awareness and self-regulation. What's awareness? Awareness means that you are able to know, you are aware of all your trigger points and all your weaknesses and your strengths, and why you act the way you have acted. And then regulation means that you are able to regulate yourself. You are able to hold yourself back from making that wrong decision. Meaning that if you introspect better, you are able to prepare ahead for the next time you're going to find yourself in that situation. And once you find yourself in that situation, you are going to remember what you have told yourself not to do or to do differently. In some cases, it might be that you have told yourself that when next you are in the presence of someone that makes you feel small or makes you feel little, you are not going to be the one to start the conversation first. It can be as simple as that. And then you are going to, I've been there before, where I feel this one, when I see this person next, I am going to just maintain my cool. I'm going to maintain my steez. I'm not going to be the first person to talk. And it can be as simple as that, right? So that's introspection. Introspection means that you have taken the personal time, and you need to use into personal time, right, to help yourself get better at handling situations. And you need to make use of introspection very well, because it is your only ally. It is the only time you are telling yourself this honest truth about something that you might have argued about in public or out there, but you are alone with yourself, and then you can talk to yourself about how to navigate that situation going forward. Now, the second thing I want to talk about when it comes to emotional intelligence is getting feedback. Most people hate getting feedback, but feedback is a simple tool that you can use to your advantage. Sometimes you need to ask your close friends, you need to ask your spouse, your partner, you need to ask your friend, you need to ask your colleague, your superior, your supervisor, to ask them about something that you feel that maybe you don't do it too well enough, or maybe it's something that you feel that you can do better, than how you are currently doing it right now. You can ask about, how do you think I manage conversations, or how do you think I manage situations in the past? What do you think I can do better? How can I improve on it? Now, I will tell you what I have seen about why people don't want to receive feedback. Most times it's because they don't trust the people that are giving them that feedback. They probably think the people do not like them, and they just feel this person is just trying to dump this feedback on me. So what we call constructive criticism, right? And of course, let me use the other word, destructive, meaning that, or negative criticism, meaning constructive means that the person is trying to talk to you about your areas of improvement, meaning that you can improve in this manner, you can get better in these situations. Whereas negative feedback or negative criticism is just criticism for criticism's sake. That means nobody is thinking about your areas of improvement. And in the HR space, we don't no longer call it weaknesses, we call it what? Areas for improvement, because everybody can improve in whatever areas they are currently falling short right now. So it means that you need to take advantage of getting feedback. One thing I saw when I asked one time in a training, I asked, is there someone in your life that if the person gives you feedback, you always take it? And are there people that if they give you feedback, you will never take those feedback? And the answer was yes. And I thought about it, and I understood why. Most times it is easier for us to receive feedback from people that we think like us and that we also like in return. So that means that if you find people in your space that you have a good relationship with, they might be the best set of people that can give you the right feedback. The only challenge you are going to have with that is that if they're not careful, they will only tell you what they think you want to hear and not the absolute truth. But what you need in your life are people that can tell you the honest truth about what they think about things, and you are going to take that feedback with all honesty and joy, and not retaliate and not be hostile towards them. Most people struggle to give you feedback because they see your response to people that have given you feedback in the past. So manage that experience and that situation when you're getting feedback from people, and you feel sometimes feedback is not always interesting and nice. It's not always good feedback all the time. Sometimes it's about things that you need to work on, right? But you need to learn to receive that feedback, right? So that's basically how two things I think you can do that can actually help you improve in your emotional intelligence and can actually help you increase your emotional quotient. Don't forget, emotional intelligence is one of the most important things that can actually get you moving faster in your career, in your life. It can make you have a higher degree of satisfaction and happiness in your relationships, even in your life, and even when tough things happen and difficult things happen in your life. Emotional intelligence is also likened to what we call resilience. Being resilient and being strong is hinged on having a strong emotional intelligence, right? So I would want to stop here for emotional intelligence, and I will come back to talk about two things you can do to develop your social intelligence. Thank you.